Deke would like to speak with you when you have a moment.
Hello, Deke. You wanted to talk to me?
Indeed. Deke thought you might want to learn how to build a breeding pen so that you can breed beasts.
I don't know, Deke. Sounds a lot of work. Can't I just carry on rescuing beasts?
Rescuing and breeding beasts go hand in hand. Young beasts are particularly vulnerable to poachers. Breeding beasts here in the room will allow us to keep the younger ones safe.
I see. What do I need to do?
First, bring a pair of beasts to the room. One male, one female. Deke suggests rescuing thestrals, as they're at great risk from poachers. Noble creatures, but their relationship with death gives them a bad reputation. They're prized by poachers for their tail hairs.
I've seen thestrals before, but where would I find a pair of them nearby?
Deke has seen some wild thestrals not too far from the Hogwarts grounds. Then you'll need to purchase a spellcraft for the pen from Tomes and Scrolls and gather the materials it requires. Once you've rescued the thestrals and you have the spellcraft, you come and find Deke.
Hogsmeade, here I come.
Unicorn blood.
It's always nice to see a familiar face. Let's look at what we have, shall we?
Now I can conjure a breeding pen in the room. Best get back to Deke with the thestrals.
Let me know if there's anything else I can do to help.
I've rescued the Thestrals and bought the spellcraft for the pen.
Excellent. Now, to breed your Thestrals, simply release them into the same vivarium in which you conjure the pen. Then use the pen to start the process. Come and see Deke when you're finished.
I shall. I wonder where I should conjure their pen.
Deke never grows tired of the room's surprises. We now have the perfect place for those Thestrals. Please let Deke know once you've bred them.
Not one that reeks of manure.
You'll never believe what I've learned.
What did you discover in the spellbook we found in the scriptorium?
Salazar Slytherin's spellbook was a little difficult to interpret, but fascinating. Evidently, he encouraged teaching dark magic at Hogwarts. Neither the Imperious Curse nor the Killing Curse was unforgivable during his time. He believed students should be prepared to use dark magic when necessary, not to fear it. That's why we had to use Crucio to gain access to the scriptorium. He didn't want his knowledge shared with anyone who was afraid of the power of dark magic.
It was hard to do, but casting Crucio was our only option.
And I'm glad we did it, because in the spellbook I also found something else. References to a lost relic, which, from what I can tell, grants the holder the power to reverse dark magic curses.
And you think this relic might be able to save Anne?
Precisely. I plan to search for this relic, but I don't think we should tell anyone. Especially Ominous. He wouldn't understand.
We need to tell him. He's the reason we found the book, and he deserves to know what you've learned.
You've seen how he frets about the dark arts. I promise I'll tell him when I found the relic. When I know more, I shall send an owl. And don't feel sorry for Ominous. Keeping this to ourselves for now is for his own good.
I'll decide what's for my own good.
Ominous, we were just about to get some air. Care to join?
You're a liar, Sebastian. I heard everything. You swore you'd never engage in anything to do with dark magic again.
No, I didn't. I said I understood you wanting that. I'd never swear to give up on finding a cure for Anne.
You don't know when to stop, do you?
I know when not to stop. Leave this alone, Ominous. I'll be on my way.
I am not letting this go.
Ominous, Sebastian meant well.
I appreciate you telling Sebastian not to keep this from me, but going after that relic is not a good idea. Sebastian doesn't even realize it, but he's as irresponsible and reckless now as his parents were years ago. It's why they died.
I knew his parents died, but I never heard what happened.
Mr. and Mrs. Sallow were professors. Spent nearly every waking moment in the cellar library. Noses buried in books. Anne and Sebastian were upstairs when it happened. They heard a sudden crash and ran downstairs, but it was too late. Their parents had crumpled to the floor. A defect with the lamp in the cellar caused the room to fill with an undetectable toxin. Sebastian and Anne were helpless. They had no magic yet.
What a horrible story.
It is. That's why I can't understand Sebastian's recklessness. I've practically lost Anne. I cannot lose Sebastian too. Please avoid anything to do with that spellbook.
Those references in the book seem promising.
Everything to do with Salazar Slytherin seems promising until it's too late. I hope Sebastian pursues this no further, but if you think he might, please let me know. It would mean a lot.
I really have made a mess.
Is everything all right?
Oh, hello. Thank you for asking. I'm Cressida, by the way, and I'm afraid everything's not all right. I may be in a spot of trouble with the librarian. You see, I'm fond of creating my own charms. Thought I'd perfected my light as a feather charm to use on my library books. My arms get so tired carrying them around all day. But I must have confused the Latin word for feather with bird in my incantation, because when I opened my bag just now in the library, they literally took flight.
That sounds brilliant, actually.
Thank you. Somehow I don't think the librarian will see it that way. I collect the books and remove the charm myself, except this isn't the first time one of my charms has threatened the peace of the library. Our meet told Madame Scribner they were my books flying around, so she said that if I caused her any more trouble, she'd write to my parents. Perhaps you could get them for me. There are only 5. She won't be suspicious of a new student looking around.
Why did Army tell Madame Scribner that they were your books?
Oh, to be perfectly honest, I don't think he meant any harm. I think he was impressed, bragging on my behalf. Amit spends a lot of time gazing at the stars, but he knows a good charm when he sees one.
I suppose I could help, if I have the time.
Oh, I'd very much appreciate it. One of the books is my diary. I'd rather it not fall into the wrong hands. If you could collect them and bring them to me, I can remove the charm.
I'm going to have to use Accio to get to those books. Got it. Only 4 more to go. Revelio.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Latius. Revelio. Confringo. Incendio. Accio. Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Confringo. Glacius. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Incendio. Repulso. Levioso. Levioso. Repulso. Incendio. Revelio. Accio! Revelio. Accio. That's the last book. Now to take them back to Cressida. Hello, Cressida. I collected your books, including your diary.
Oh, what a relief. Thank you. I'll happily take the heavy lot off your hands now.
Here you are.
Well, lesson learned. I certainly won't be practicing any charms in the library again anytime soon. Now, to work out where I went wrong. Perhaps I should start brushing up on my Latin. Thank goodness some people are trustworthy. Certainly wouldn't want anyone but me reading my diary.
Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Accio. Revelio. There's the fountain. I'm getting closer.
Anyone in the Wizarding World.
Aloha Mora. Revelio. Confringo. Accio. Revelio.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
Confringo. Incendio.
You've been practicing.
This stairwell looks promising. Revelio.
My entire family.
This looks like the portrait from the map. And where's the treasure? Lumos. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Glacius. Accio. Compulsor. Incendio. There was a doorway hidden within the portrait. I wonder what came of Arthur's search.
My mother is so excited.
Revelio.
You can't imagine how inconvenient.
Aloha Mora. Revelio. Aloha Mora. Revelio.
Human transfiguration.
Find anything yet?
If I could have a moment of your time.
Hello, Arthur. Thought you might like to know that my map led to a doorway hidden within a portrait.
Oh, how clever! Mine led to the boathouse. Barely found the treasure before I saw the headmaster coming. He shooed me out of there, but not before I got a few galleons richer. What did you find?
I found what I believe is an authentic historian's uniform.
Oh, that's lucky. Seems as though we both had success. Glad I enlisted you to join me. Well, on to the next Hogwarts mystery. Wonder if a quick rummage round Weasley's office might yield anything interesting.
Thomas Brown knows more about books than anyone.
Can I help you?
I believe you can. I'm Sophronia, by the way. And I need help from someone who's at least a 5th year. Are you familiar with Herodiana Byrne? Don't answer that. Of course you're not. No one seems to know of her but me. She's only the single greatest Depulso master of all time. Even taught at Hogwarts, briefly.
How interesting. I'm amazed I've never heard of her.
It's a travesty she's not more well known. I often read about great witches in my limited free time. There are many. Whilst reading about her, I learned that she built a secret Depulso training room here at Hogwarts. But in typical clever Herodiana fashion, one cannot access it unless one knows Depulso, which of course, 3rd years aren't taught.
And you're a 3rd year, so...
Quick one, aren't you? According to what I've read, her signature outfit may still be there. I would love to see it. Would you get Herodiana's signature outfit and show it to me?
How did Herodiana Byrne become famous by casting Depulso?
She once saved orphans from a wild Grafhorn by banishing it over Stonehenge. That's on Salisbury Plain. She once banished a meddlesome dark wizard all the way to Durmstrang while she was in the Alps. That one may have been exaggerated, but lots of the stories about her certainly aren't.
What ends up happening to Herodiana Byrne?
In her later years, she taught at Hogwarts, but only for a short while, just long enough to build a secret hall, it appears. Then one day, she just disappeared. Some say she actually banished herself. No one knows for sure.
If you tell me where to go, I'll see what I can do about it.
Simply go to the Hall of Herodiana. It's at the base of the Defense Against the Dark Arts Tower. There, you'll find a series of Depulso puzzles concealing pieces of Herodiana's ensemble.
Very well. I shall let you know if I find anything.
I can't wait to see Herodiana's famous ensemble. Perhaps I'll make myself a copy.
Suppose I should look for that secret hall Sophronia told me about. It does sound interesting.
Yes. We'll come with you.
Not a chance. Last time I was in there, she'd spilled a bottle of Skelligro, and I swear I saw her topping it up.
Topping it up with what?
I don't know. Water or something.
Are you sure? Nurse Blaney is highly
Incendio!
I don't see her doing anything untoward.
Now, but what if she did? And what if that Skelligro doesn't work properly now?
What are you getting at? Go on, spit it out.
Well, what if, for instance, it only grew half a bone? Or they grew in a funny shape? What about that?
I'm afraid I'm going to have to disagree with you on this one. Nurse Blaney would never do anything like that.
What were you in for anyway? When you saw Nurse Blaney last time?
I was feeling a bit anxious, so she gave me a tonic of some sort. Had a bit of crocodile heart in it, I do believe.
And did it help?
What, the tonic? Yes. Yes, helped quite a bit, I'd say.
Yet, simply because you saw her spill a bit of Skelligro on the floor, you're afraid to go back?
Well, that's the thing. I'm thinking she mixed them up or something, and some Skelligro went in my tonic.
And why on earth would you think that?
I think I'm growing an extra toe.
Life seems rather dull in the hamlets around here. I'd much rather live in a big city like London.
Isn't Sebastian Sallow's family from Feldcroft? I would have expected him to be from somewhere more posh.
I could just have a butterbeer from the Three Broomsticks right now, and a chat with Sirona. Both are excellent tonics.
Hogsmeade is the only all-wizarding village I've ever heard of.
I'd like to shop in the hamlets. I'm too afraid to venture out alone with all that's going on.
Why does the Ministry require animagi to register themselves? Seems most intrusive to me.
Oh, I remember that day. Yes, in Greenhouse 3.
Yes. You'd hidden a bucket of leaping toadstools over the far end.
Yes, I do recall now.
Revelio. Incendio. Confringo. Revelio. Lumos. Depulso. Incendio. This must be the entrance to the Hall of Herodiana. Of Herodiana. Better go inside and find those puzzles. I'd to see if Herodiana Byrne was as good as Sophronia said she was. Revelio. Lumos. Cabalso. That chest looks interesting. That wasn't too hard. What's next? Depulso. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Depulso. Accio. Getting the hang of this now. Just one left. Revelio. Incendio. Confringo. Accio. Glacius. Accio. Repulsor. Accio. Accio. Confringo. Depulso. Accio. Confringo. Glacius. Accio. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Glacius. Accio. Incendio. Levioso. Depulso. Revelio. Incendio. Confringo. Glacius. Accio. Depulso. Accio. Accio. Depulso. Revelio. Accio. Confringo, Glacius, Expelliarmus. Accio. Repulsor! Accio! Incendio! Confringo! Depulso! Accio! Glacius! Expelliarmus! I see. The switch reset everything. Good to know. Incendio! Accio! Accio! Wingardium Leviosa! Accio! Wingardium Leviosa! Leviosa! Revelio. Accio. Compulso. Accio. Accio. That's the last of them. Seems I was a match for Herodiana Burn after all. And this must be the last piece of Herodiana's ensemble. It is remarkable. No wonder, Sophronia.
Peasy has a brand new game. Just beware the open flood.
Confringo! Expelliarmus! Confringo!
Oh, don't do that. That's not...
Have you ever seen a professor outside the castle? I find it jarring.
Well, did you find the Hall of Herodiana?
Sophronia, I solved all the puzzles in the Hall of Herodiana.
Incredible! Then you found Herodiana's outfit. May I see it?
Of course. Behold.
Oh, how grand! You'll look as majestic as Herodiana herself, the greatest Depulso master of all time. You're my second favorite hero! I can't wait till all my sisters are at Hogwarts.
I'll scout around Velcro.
Confringo! Expelliarmus! Is that all their teaching in... Accio! Potato! Glacis! Confringo! Expelliarmus!
That's just terrible.
What are your faults, John?
Electricity.
Accio! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Accio! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Stop that right there! Expulso!
Get back here or I'll have you... And I haven't even had me tea yet.
Expelliarmus! Cynthia! Confringo! Accio! Confringo! You will not survive this fight! Glacius! Expelliarmus!
No one hides from me! I'll spot you like a...
Confringo! Expelliarmus! Revelio!
What are you up to now?
Confringo! Expelliarmus! I'll look after you. This place has seen better days. Wingardium Leviosa! Expelliarmus! Stupefy! Stupefy! Crucial! Stupefy! Incendio! Convulso! These rocks have seen better days. Highwing's fine. I'm keeping an eye on her. She's safe, Poppy, I promise.
Good. Whatever the poachers are up to, I want Highwing far from it.
You said you had news about the poachers, and that some of it had to do with me.
It did. I overheard them talking in the Hogshead, and did you know that they have orders from Victor Rookwood to capture you on sight? Does this have anything to do with Rookwood and Harlow coming for you in the Three Broomsticks after the troll attack?
It does, somewhat. But at the moment, I'm more concerned about what else you heard the poachers are up to.
Fair enough. But I hope you'll let me know if I can be of help, especially after what you did for Highwing. Does the name Hauntel Hall mean anything to you?
I'm afraid not. Why? What is it?
The poachers' best kept secret, apparently. The name came up twice, but they never went into detail. I also overheard one of them bragging about all the gold they're making, at the expense of innocent creatures, undoubtedly. The poachers spoke of this area, and I thought if we searched around a bit, it might give us clues as to what they're doing. If you ever meet my gran, this trip never happened.
Not to worry, Poppy. If I ever meet your gran, I shall not speak a word of this.
I normally tell her everything. She might be my best friend after Highwing, but she knows how I feel about the poachers. I think she worries I'll do something ill-advised.
Whatever gave her that idea?
This way.
Revelio.
A centaur. Tread carefully.
An entire castle to roam, yet you choose to wander here.
Please, we don't want any trouble. We're simply passing through.
Do you take us for fools? That we do not notice more and more of your kind around here, in league with the poachers?
We aren't involved with them. If anything, we want to see them stopped.
I hope for your sake that is true. Our kind is swiftly losing patience with the poachers and those they work with.
He was certainly a charmer.
That could have gone worse. Centaurs aren't exactly fans of wizard kind, and the poachers aren't helping matters.
But why would he think that we had anything to do with poachers?
I did notice the poachers talking with a few villagers in Hogsmeade. I'm not sure why. Perhaps that's why the centaurs are suspicious. That's the third time I've seen a dugbog behave that violently.
It seems that a lot of beasts have been more aggressive than usual lately.
I've noticed that too. It's almost like there's something in the water.
Revelio.
This is odd.
What is it?
Not entirely sure, but look around. If the poachers were here, perhaps we can find out why.
Why wouldn't they take their cages with them when they left? Pelts. Poor beasts. Still smoking. They can't have been gone long. Revelio. Revelio. This is goblin metal. Seems out of place in a poacher camp. I should tell Poppy about it.
Anything interesting?
Poachers were here. All sorts of evidence. But I found something else. It's goblin made.
I found goblin armor. Let's keep searching, but carefully. Merlin only knows what's going on here. I don't have a good feeling about this. How do goblin and poacher... A line.
Look, down there.
Definitely poachers. No creatures though. So what are they doing out here?
Let's take a closer look.
They won't be happy to see us. Should we use disillusionment? Or perhaps a less discreet approach?
Hard to say from up here. Let's get a better lay of the land.
Nothing to poach in Arrowshire except spiders. Not worth the trouble if you ask me.
Accio!
Know you're there.
Confringo! Expelliarmus!
Everyone gets lucky now and then.
Protego!
Confringo! Expelliarmus! Accio! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Accio! Protego! Confringo! Glacius! Confringo! Confringo! Expelliarmus!
Expelliarmus!
You'll need to be quicker than that.
Merlin, you'd think they were guarding the Minister for Magic himself. What is going on here?
Only one way to find out.
What in Merlin's name?
Are those dragons?
It's a dragon fighting ring. This is Hauntel Hall.
The name makes sense now, and secrecy.
No wonder the poachers were in Hogsmeade so much. Likely taking bets and spreading the word, given how crowded it is here. How could they possibly enjoy this? The centaurs have every right to be disgusted with wizard kind. There must be more dragons here. The poachers are far too greedy to run a fighting ring with only 2 dragons. We should take advantage of most eyes being in the fight and look around. But be discreet. You especially can't afford to be spotted.
Accio! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Revelio.
Have you heard from your family?
Expelliarmus. Stupid one.
No!
Accio.
You dare say one of my own! You will fall!
Expelliarmus. Accio. Confringo.
Did you hear those goblins? Ramrock and the poachers must be working together.
Poppy, something's going on behind you.
What's going on down there? They must have only just captured her. She's putting up quite the fight.
Not a fair one, though. Not with her chained up like that.
Let's even her odds, shall we? Look, they've got a dragon egg. Hebridean from the looks of it. We can't leave it here, not with the plans they likely have for it.
Aloha Mora. All right, I have the egg.
Ready. The element of surprise will only buy us a few seconds.
Let's make them count.
Careful! Ramrock will want his dragon intact! Quieter than you. Don't think you'll get it out of here.
Good freak. Stupid freak. Expelliarmus. Accio. Expelliarmus.
Avoiding us. The land returns to the...
Still!
Let me also.
Let me out! Here I find you! You're all... Let me out!
Expelliarmus. Accio.
Let me out! Let me out!
I've seen Billy with more stick.
Leviosa. Repulsor.
You're the one we're looking for, and you brought a friend.
Glacius. Accio. Confringo. Stupid. Incendio.
Never mind.
Fight.
I think Glacius.
Enjoy suffering, do you?
Blazes!
Teaching herbology.
We don't have time. We need to free her now before more show up.
Accio! Repulso! Incendio! Confringo! Blazes!
Aim for the ring at the front of her restraints.
Accio! This may have been a bad idea.
I suppose we'll find out.
This way!
That was a Hebridean black.
I'm guessing the egg we have belongs to that dragon.
I don't think she knew they had her egg. She wouldn't have left without it.
What now? She didn't exactly leave us a calling card.
I don't know. Nothing about this day was expected. Not the goblins, and definitely not the fighting ring. The last thing I planned on was a dragon egg. And the poachers saw us, which cannot be good.
Should we expect trouble from the poachers, given the trouble we just caused?
It'd be foolish not to expect it. They're not a forgiving lot. I'm sorry to say that you likely have a larger target on your back now because of what we just did.
Since the dragon we freed flew off, does that mean we get to keep the egg?
I'd much rather we have it than the poachers, at least for now. But I don't think we should keep it indefinitely. It'll be hard hiding something like this from Professor Weasley for long.
We aren't helping ourselves standing here. Let's get to safety. We can sort this out later.
You're right. If there's anything the poachers are good at, it's tracking their prey. And right now, we're it. Be careful, won't you? I shall see you back at the castle.
Revelio! Incendio! Confringo! Expelliarmus!
It's time you learned the transformation spell. After you've completed the required tasks, which I'm certain will prove useful in finishing your field guide, attend my class to learn the new spell. Afterwards, we will discuss your progress thus far in the term.
Revelio! Accio! Confringo! Expelliarmus! So this is the underground harbour. The Grey Lady. I'd say hello, but she doesn't seem particularly social. Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Accio. Revelio.
Surrounded by Ranrock's loyalists.
Do you think there's a connection to the triptych?
I've no idea. But perhaps they're searching it, the way they did Rookwood Castle and Isidora's Manor. How do we want to handle this?
We need to see what they're doing. I say we take them head on. Let's bury some enemies.
Very well.
And I still have that rune symbol we found on the triptych. If there is a connection, I suspect we'll see that symbol again.
After you.
There they are up ahead.
I'll let you lead.
Any who oppose Ranrock...
No one enters this mine. Kill anyone who tries.
Ranrock's loyalists are out for blood.
Radeon! Accio!
Was that you? I've been fighting since before you were born.
Confringo! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Revelio. Revelio.
This is going well.
We make a good team.
We do at that.
Once again, we could fight our way through or be discreet.
You know which one I'd choose.
Accio! Expelliarmus! Radeon!
Stop it!
You won't get away with it.
Accio!
That was miserable!
Little magic trick! I won't!
Accio! Incendio! Levioso! Confringo!
Levioso! I will have my
Fun is over.
Fun is a relative term.
It is. And that was relatively fun.
Confringo!
You haven't had mushroom stew like what my mother used to make. Oh, like heads of lettuce, those mushrooms were.
For better or for worse, we're in.
Accio! One less shooter to worry.
This mine looks like a tomb.
It was closed after accidents were reported. Now I see why.
I don't see any goblins in these webs.
Too disgusting for even a spider to prey on.
I can't beat you. I won't rest.
How many Ranrock's loyalists are in here?
Too many. They definitely think there's something here they want. Confringo!
That ledge is awfully high. Any ideas?
Confringo!
Wingardium Leviosa.
Wingardium Leviosa. Leviosa. Repulsor. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Leviosa. Repulsor. Wingardium Leviosa. Leviosa. It's no wonder spiders give people goosebumps.
Could be the hairy legs, or the soulless eyes, or the venomous fangs, or any number of endearing qualities, really.
Smashing.
Should have thought to conjure stairs.
Revelio. Reparo.
The world of
Revelio.
I shall sleep better tonight. We're making quick work of them.
Professor Hecat would be proud.
She would at that. Ranrock's loyalists all said more.
Lumos. Confringo. Lumos. Confringo.
We've still not seen a single rune symbol.
I think we're going to be a bit distracted from runes for a moment.
An unwelcome
We
distraction.
have another fight on our hands.
Why am I not surprised?
Do with a nice...
Incendio!
I will make... I won't rest. Dead.
Confringo! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Accio! Potato! Stupid one! Confringo! We're not finished yet. It's almost as if they were acting. Confringo! Expelliarmus! Thin places! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Incendio! Depulso! Levioso! Crucial! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Stupid one! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Accio! Incendio!
We certainly cleared the room.
You're not a bad chap. For a Slytherin.
Ah, there's that Hufflepuff loyalty you're so well known for. around.
Confringo! A rune symbol above the cavern door.
Ranrock's loyalists never knew to look for it.
Wasn't expecting that. What do you have there?
A journal entry by Isadora.
Hopefully it will help us unravel more of this mystery.
Revelio.
Sebastian, I think I found something. A canvas piece.
Brilliant. Our efforts weren't in vain after all. Still, something about this place feels odd.
Revelio.
If the triptych led us here to find this bit of canvas, we can probably assume that Isadora Morganark was here.
She seems to have been everywhere.
But if she was using the Undercroft, and the cellar beneath her manor in Feldcroft, why would she create this space?
And why hide it behind cryptic rune symbols? And ancient magic that no one but you could see?
Isadora and Percival Rackham, another of the Keepers, could see traces of ancient magic too.
Rackham? I haven't heard his name before.
Here's some of the memories I've seen. I don't think he and Isadora saw eye to eye on how this magic should be used.
Well, this is all rather baffling. Let's take the canvas back to the triptych. Perhaps the answers are there. This place is odd, to be sure, but I'm fascinated by it. Now, for the trek back out of here and to Hogwarts.
Unless we can find another passageway to the Undercroft. Let's have a look around.
Confringo! Wingardium Leviosa. Leviosa. Confringo. Wingardium Leviosa. Leviosa. Wingardium Leviosa. Leviosa. Confringo. Wingardium Leviosa. Leviosa. Revelio. Incendio. Confringo.
And now for the moment of truth.
It has to fit. Please tell me you recognize the location in this bit of canvas.
The good news is I do, in fact.
And the bad news?
We're in for more trouble. I know that coast. Ranrock has taken over a huge mine in the surrounding area. Marenweem has suffered for it. It's as bad as Feldcroft's become. Should we head there now?
We should wait.
Why?
All this time, we've been a step behind Ranrock. I may know someone who could help us get ahead.
Who is that?
Someone who knows Ranrock personally. They asked me not to mention their name to anyone.
A goblin? Tell me I'm wrong. You know goblins cursed my sister to shut her up. Said she should be seen and not heard.
I do, but not all goblins are...
Not all goblins what? Have you forgotten Feldcroft? Have you forgotten the mine we just went through?
No, Sebastian, I haven't. You're not listening to me.
Why would I listen to someone so ignorant?
You don't know what you're saying. Take a breath for a moment.
Oh, I know precisely what I'm saying. Unbelievable.
Accio, Confringo, Expelliarmus.
It's like a place right out of a storybook.
Enjoy suffering, do you?
Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you as well. How can I help you?
What brought you to own a shop in Feldcroft?
Beautiful place, isn't it? Although I admit I didn't. As for the shop, I've always loved working with beasts. And my twin girls adore them.
What do you sell here?
If you don't believe me, feel free to look about.
I'm curious to know what's happening in...
An incredibly unpleasant goblin called Belgroth the Bludgeoner has been... Feldcroft borders goblin country. But some claim that Belgroth and his associates are in league with Ranrock. I don't know if there's truth to it. Whatever the case, their constant meddling is...
What do you have for sale?
What are we in the market for today? Now, if you like what you bought, be sure to come in and see me again. Have I mentioned you're welcome to stop by any time?
Revelio.
Oh, here's a pleasant surprise. Mysterious and a bit unsettling. What to do?
You're here. Good.
Sebastian, that relic you mentioned...
I believe one of Slytherin's students stumbled upon the relic during an assignment to study sarcophagi in this catacomb. From what I read in a report by the student, they weren't permitted to take it with them, so I must assume it's still here. As I mentioned earlier, this relic grants its holder the power to reverse dark magic curses. If it's in this catacomb, I have to find it. For Anne. I need to see her.
I'd be interested to know what else the student discovered.
Have a look. Unfortunately, there's no name on it, but I suspect if it was important enough for Slytherin to stash in his spellbook, it's worthy of further study.
I'm ready to explore the catacomb. Perhaps we can visit Anne when we've finished.
Perfect. By the way, Ominous has been asking about you. You didn't tell him what we were doing, did you?
I didn't. I promise.
Good. Ominous would be livid if he knew what we were about to do. I'll be interested to compare what lies inside to what I've read about this catacomb. sure that foul smell is the scent of success. Try not to lose your nerve just yet.
Confringo! Expelliarmus! Potato! Stupefy! Accio!
At least now we know we're not alone here. Perhaps that was it. And the rest
Accio!
insect-free.
Yeah, spiders aren't insects.
Don't start.
Revelio!
Wingardium Leviosa! Leviosa!
Finding a chest in an inconspicuous loft. Brilliant.
Confringo! Expelliarmus! Potato! Stupefy! Glacier! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Stupefy! Accio!
We've rid the world of another spider. I shall sleep better tonight.
Accio!
Revelio!
Now this is the sort of great room I want to be buried in.
Surrounded by grandeur.
Grandeur and then some. Even an altar with a pile of bones. Lovely.
Bones outside the sun.
Accio! Confringo!
There's something here by the altar.
Reparo! Confringo!
Revelio!
What did you find?
Revelio! We're in a tomb. I assume eerie sounds come with the territory. Looks like part of a student's diary. It mentions plans to return for the relic and conjuring barricades using bones.
Of course. The student's summary referenced the space beyond the Great Room, which means this can't be a dead end. Let's divide and conquer. You work on sorting out the bone barricades, I'll look around and see what we missed. Hold on to that diary entry. There may be more to it.
It does mention something else. It says their next assignment was learning the Imperius Curse.
Really? Interesting. We need to focus on moving beyond this room. But let me think for a moment.
Do you think the pages were left here on purpose?
Slytherin mentioned a student who excelled in charms and always carried a satchel stuffed full of notes. They might have been left on purpose, or the student may have simply dropped them.
Of course. I'll start to search for those barricades.
Brilliant. There's more to this than even I imagined. Look, bones stacked oddly on either side of this archway.
Leave no stone unturned. Or in this case, no bone.
Confringo! Glacius! Accio!
This entray's been barricaded. We can find a way through.
Confringo! Revelio! Confringo! Accio! Confringo! Revelio! Accio! Wingardium Leviosa!
Lumos.
Accio! Confringo! Confringo!
We've made it this far, but clearly we have more to do.
Accio! Confringo! Lumos. Accio! Lumos. Accio! Lumos. Revelio. Confringo. Accio. Revelio.
I need to find a safe way across.
Confringo. Accio. Repulsor. Incendio. Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Rickety bone bridge complete.
Revelio. Confringo. Accio. Revelio. Confringo. Lumos. Accio. Levioso. Repulso. Revelio. Repulso. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio. Accio. Repulsor. Incendio. Confringo. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Reparo. Revelio. Glacius. Confringo. Accio. Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
You've done it. I knew we'd get through. I felt it in my bones.
Nice.
Before we trudge on further, I've just realized something. The student's diary mentions the Imperious Curse. I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to need it here. It's an unforgivable, but useful when you're outnumbered. Places the victim completely under the caster's control. So, if you'd like to learn Imperio, I can teach you.
Shouldn't I know more about what the curse entails?
Remember the blasting curse? Same idea, except when it comes to unforgivable curses, your intention has to be clear. You have to mean it.
Where did you learn the Imperious Curse?
I taught myself. Don't tell Ominous that I've told you. It's not exactly something I can brag about, but it may come in handy. I think you ought to know it.
It's probably wise to know the spell.
I couldn't agree more. A spell that could save your life shouldn't be unforgivable. You have a lot at stake. You have an ability that evidently no one's seen for centuries. Focus your wand movement. It's not an easy spell to master. Here we go. Something troubling ahead. Be on your guard.
Accio. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Crucial.
Another barricade. Considering how well you did on the last one, this should be a cinch.
Accio! How gracious of you.
I tried.
Repulsor! Accio!
That worked. Keep going.
Radeon! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Incendio! Crucial!
This looks different than what we faced before. Now the walls are feeling gruesome. You are head and shoulders above these bones. Nicely done. I see why Slytherin's student was so entranced with this place.
For a moment there, I thought that'd never end.
Confringo!
Dead ends.
Accio!
All that for nothing.
Hold on. Don't give up yet.
Rebellio!
Sebastian! The relic! Look!
could it be?
The note and rendition of the relic. It matches. This must be where the student left the relic.
I can't believe it. After all this, it lines up. We've really found it.
What do you suppose is meant by the dark sacrifice required to realize the relic's potential?
I have no idea, but we're here for the relic.
I'm willing to ignore what the journal entry says. We're taking the relic.
Agreed. This is meant to be. For Anne's sake, I'm taking it. Let's get to Feldcroft. I must keep this relic secret, especially from my uncle. Is that ominous? Ominous. The sounds we kept hearing. It was you.
You gave me no choice. I had to follow you. Sebastian, please, leave the relic alone. We can find another way to help Anne.
I'm sorry, Ominous, but I'm taking it.
No, you're not. If you won't put it back, then I will.
Hold on, both of you. Sebastian, please, take a step back.
Fine, but Ominous knows I won't step back from a fight.
Can't believe this.
How much did you hear?
Everything. I heard you encourage Sebastian to take the relic.
Sebastian's done his research. He knows what he's doing.
Sebastian makes things sound easy when they could be impossible or dangerous. We need to stop him.
And if nothing will change his mind?
Something has to. I need your help.
You're right. This seems far riskier than Sebastian realizes.
Good. We're agreed. We don't allow him to leave here with the relic.
I do think we should talk to him, but I fear we won't stop him from taking the relic.
What are you suggesting?
I'm suggesting we negotiate. We allow Sebastian to leave with the relic under one condition. After this, no more.
I feel that's what we agreed to in the scriptorium. I'm being taken for a fool.
You're not, Ominous. This may be the only way to keep your friendship intact. Let's trust him to know what's best.
Fine. If I trust him on this, I'm trusting you too. The dark arts seem harmless until it's too late. Go then. Leave with the relic. I'll not say a word more. I hope I don't regret this.
Sebastian, we're ready.
What is it? I haven't changed my mind.
Ominous has. Let's go.
What? Ominous?
I'll explain on the way. Come on.
Confringo. Expelliarmus. Accio. Incendio. Incendio. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Accio.
We've rid the world of another spider. I shall sleep better tonight.
Incendio.
Well, what happened back there?
Ominous and I found a compromise.
Ominous simply needs a moment with you and he'll change his mind. Is that it?
I told him we ought to give you this chance, that the relic is too important to ignore.
There has to be more to it than that. Tell me.
We agreed on what was needed, Sebastian. You have my word.
I never wanted to keep all this from Ominous. He just doesn't understand. And I didn't want to worry him all over again. As we were leaving, Ominous wouldn't even acknowledge me. That's not like him.
He was troubled, Sebastian. Even though we agreed to it all, it's been a lot to take in.
I thought he understood. He knew we couldn't give up. All of this is too important. For Anne. When we get to Feldcroft, I'd rather Anne not know what had to be done to get this relic. She thinks like Ominous. It'd only upset her. Oh no, this isn't good.
What is it?
Smoke, over there, by the hamlet. Feldcroft's in trouble. They're under attack.
Let's hurry.
We'll make them retreat.
Why do this?
Incendio! I'm handling. We have to fight.
To the right!
Incendio! You'll not get it.
Sebastian! Be careful! Mind!
Boy! What have you done?
Saved my sister.
With an unforgivable curse. From that damned book, no doubt. Your father would be ashamed. You've gone too far, Sebastian. Stay away from her. From all of us.
What did my uncle expect me to do? The Imperious Curse saved Anne's life. That goblin was going to kill her.
You did what you had to do.
If I have to keep proving that to my uncle, I will. He cannot banish me from my own home. From my sister.
It might be best to let him calm down a while. May I speak to him? Perhaps I can help to ease the tension a bit.
You may be right. Very well. Probably best if I get away from here for a while. I'll head back to Hogwarts.
What was he thinking?
Pardon me, Mr. Sallow.
What Sebastian did was inexcusable. You cannot possibly be about to defend him.
Sebastian and I have encountered Ranrock's loyalists before. That goblin would have killed Anne.
This family does not resort to using dark magic even against our enemies. What Sebastian did cannot be undone. That you are defending Sebastian's behavior at all tells me everything I need to know. You are as guilty as he is. Sebastian is to come nowhere near Feldcroft, nowhere near Anne. Unforgivable curses are so named for a reason. If I hear that either of you continues down this path, if either of you uses dark magic, I will notify the headmaster immediately. Why, Sebastian?
Revelio.
Revelio.